All right, here we go. It is the Nightcap, brought to you by BearcatJournal.com and sponsored by our good friends at Galactic Fried Chicken. As always, visit www.galacticfriedchicken.com. Download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic, and stop down in Dayton, Kentucky. Tell them to pump it up. Save yourself 15%. Make sure you're not going on Monday and Tuesday because they won't be open. They're open from Wednesday through Sunday. Aaron, I'm at a point. My voice is wavering. I tried to do the normal Chad voice for that intro. My voice was like,
Well,
walk it back. Walk it back.
We got Royer tomorrow. We should be okay.
This is going to be Aaron, Brent, and Royer show tomorrow.
Tuesdays, I think we've figured out a pretty good go at what we're doing now, where you don't have to pop in so much. So maybe you get some time off here over the course of the next couple of days.
And then
no radio, right?
No radio, and then
perfect.
Maybe something new coming on Thursday nights.
Get you. I know you've been on a bourbon kick of late, so make yourself a hot. Just go with the hot toddy, and you'd be all right.
Yeah, I just go bourbon. I don't need the other stuff. Like
you probably need some tea. Little honey.
Like bourbon's got alcohol in it, right? That kills germs.
What you're doing right now isn't working.
Yeah, it's not working. I feel better. I'm just going through the process. Like at first it was here, and then it was here, and now it's kind of here.
Not here so much, or right here really, but right here.
No, Kelly's right here. I feel so bad for her.
That was a Tommy Boy throwback.
I know. But again, today my family had a thing. My uncle was in town from St. Louis, and he's kind of like an older version of me. So there was a lot of laughing today, and she just can't laugh. It hurts her face so bad to laugh. And it's almost like we probably should just stay home because we're all going to be like, it's my dad, my aunt, my uncle, my two uncles. They're jabbing at each other. I'm in the mix. Like, it's too funny for her. It's too funny for her to be a part of.
Life comes at you.
Yeah. Anyhow, we're just stalling because we don't want to do the AAC recap.
And I want to go back to something that was said this morning in the brunch that they're already calling dibs. First and foremost, I want to remind them, and by them I mean Dave and Jeff, that we suffered this season through all of the AAC. Well, they didn't.
There's something I want to remind them.
I was going to say, the second point is there's one of these people who's in charge.
You don't get to tell us.
It's not how it works.
It's not how it works.
No.
We'll just do Saturday night, recap the Big 12, and you won't have that option on Sunday.
That's how you take care of something real quick.
I mean, what are we doing?
I don't know.
Like, we've got so much content post-game. Brent's article, Brendel's Bites, all the videos. They're going to do the Bearcat brunch on Sunday morning.
I'm sure
we'll just use Saturday night to recap the Big 12.
I was going to say, I'm sure I'll start writing the conference recap next season when people actually give a shit about me writing the conference recap.
Come on. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
GTFO, I think the kids say. Or FOH. Whatever, one of them.
Both.
And there's another 2 minutes that we didn't talk about the American
Correct.
Athletic Conference.
Let's
start on Thursday. You've got notes?
I've got notes.
I watched Thursday.
I didn't.
UCF's not good at football. Like, they're not good. Their defense is mostly suspect. They're fast. They're in Florida. They're going to be fast.
I hear Scott Frost is free.
I wish I could legitimately laugh, but if I legitimately laugh, I'm going to sound like the lunch lady from Billy Madison.
Nebraska couldn't even wait until October 1st to save that $7.5 million.
If you wait 3 weeks, you save $7.5 million. They were like, nah, bro.
21 days. You couldn't even just.
They did this.
just leave him in charge and be like, hey, by the way, you're not in charge. You're still going to be the head coach. You're just
No, I think
not in
honestly though, like
charge.
they did one of their own a solid. Like he's a Nebraska guy, and they were like, "Look, man, this ain't working. You got to go. You ain't got to go home. You got to get out of here. Like here's your money, tied up in a nice, neat little bow. Look at all that money they're making from the Big Ten that they're not spending wisely. You might as well give 15 million of it to Scott Frost as like a, thank you for services rendered.
So he was fired today, but Louisville takes down UCF on Thursday, 20-18. That leaves UCF standing at 1-1. We are very familiar with that record right now.
So this is, and I'm sure Dave and Jeff talked about this a little today. And by the way, that might be the best content we're doing right now.
They're very good.
Those two, I had a sense, kind of like I had a sense that you and Brent, like, even though it doesn't make a lot of sense, could work.
We're doing things differently between what Brent and I do and what Jeff and
but I had a sense you and Brent could like click.
Yeah,
I had a sense Dave and Jeff, like, those two are kindred spirits, even though they're from total different worlds.
Sure.
But man, that show's really good. If you're not watching the brunch on Sunday mornings, or at least like catching it at some point in time on Sunday, you're not doing the content game right because they're crushing it. And look, I know about the Apple thing. I'm trying. I have sent them multiple, like, get this shit fixed, and they have not even. They've responded like the forum email. We've got your complaint.
Well, at least you're not being left on red.
I kind of am though. Like I'm just getting the automatic reply when you send in like a problem.
Back to the game at hand. So
I don't want to talk about the American Athletic Conference.
Get it. So UCF was down.
John Rice Plumlee is not a good quarterback. He's very fast. There's things that he should have went to Kennesaw State.
Would have been a great fit. He would have been the tallest. I was taller than every quarterback on their team.
Like John Rice Plumlee or whatever his name is. I think that's it.
Yes.
At Navy or Air Force, deadly.
Yeah, but then you have to sign up for the military.
I know, but I'm saying, like, in the triple option, that's who that guy is. The second you ask him to throw the ball past the line of scrimmage,
I'm not sure how
it ain't good.
I'm not sure how he works at an HBCU either, but
Kennesaw State's not an HBCU, I don't
isn't
think.
it? No. You sure about that?
Dude, they're brand new. Like that's a new school.
I'm not certain they aren't.
I don't believe they're considered an HBCU. Those are like historic.
Well, I'm not sure that the college isn't historic. I know the football team is not historic.
I don't think the college is historic.
Okay. I
think it's fairly new.
In any case, Plumlee ends up 16-34, 131, one pick, 17 rushes, 83 yards. Not great. They did have a name from last year that came up, though. Isaiah Bowser, their running back, had 15 carries, 51 yards, 2 scores. But to lose to Louisville, who's not a great AAC team, 20-18, it's just not a good look for Gus Malzahn. And the
Louisville got boat raced by Syracuse.
The Citronauts are not looking great.
Boat race by Syracuse, Aaron. 31-7 was the Louisville-Syracuse score. That's not a good Louisville team. Oh, by the way, can I say this here? Maybe I said this last week. I don't know. Has there ever been a better coaching hire decision in the history of sports than Cincinnati hiring Luke Fickell over Satterfield?
Was that really?
That was the final two. They had planes ready to go get both.
Winning.
That might be $1 billion decision. That literally might be $1 billion decision.
When all said and done, I think we're already there. I don't know that you get into the Big 12 if you have a less successful team. then all of a sudden you could be looking like Memphis. Whoops.
$1 billion decision. It was Satterfield or Fickle, planes ready to go get both and bring them to Cincinnati for the press conference, and they made the Fickle decision. And
all right, 10 minutes into this thing, we've gotten through one game.
The rest aren't going to take long.
Temple, they're now 1-1. They win 30-14 against Lafayette.
Lafayette's not terrible, right?
I mean, it's an FCS. I didn't do any homework into who Lafayette was or how they've done. Freshman EJ Warner, 14-19 for 173, 2 touchdowns. Senior Jose Barbone, 8 receptions, 118 yards. That's all I have to say about
You're
this
getting
game.
Temple stats.
Yeah.
Let's not do that anymore.
Memphis, they beat Navy 37-13. Navy drops to 0-2, while Memphis is now at 1-1. Sophomore Seth Hannigan, 24-34 for 415 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not a guy that we're going to have to worry about for the rest of his career, really, after this year.
I mean, look, the reality is the worst thing Navy could have ever done is join a conference. Because once you're used to playing the triple option every year, you're used to playing the triple option every year, it's not a surprise.
Would you
sneak up on you?
Would you be surprised when the GOR runs out on this current deal that Navy would drop back?
There's not a grant of rights in the American. They could leave whenever they want.
I thought there was, and Cincinnati refused to sign it, but they were one of the few that refused to sign it.
No. But there's either a grant of rights or there's not.
I thought they did. I thought they had one. No,
that's not optional. That's not how a grant of rights works.
I'm saying I thought there was a grant of rights, and Cincinnati.
I'm telling you that's not how a grant of rights works.
All right.
I know what you're saying. I'm just saying that like it's not like
I'm just trying to figure out if Navy has an out. Like, do they have a way that they could?
I mean, they would have to pay the exit fee and like.
So you just wait until the end of this TV deal and see ya.
Yeah, but man, you're giving up a lot of money.
Maybe
$7 million a year.
What's it doing for him? What's it doing for him right now?
There's a very interesting subplot growing that the American really screwed up and should have taken the likes of Marshall and Appalachian State and Georgia State, and instead took Rice and North Texas and a whole bunch of crap. Woof. And the Sun Belt's going to be a better conference than the American.
Real soon.
I don't think it's like
real soon.
2023. 1 year
real
from
soon.
Now.
Texas Tech drops Houston, ranked Houston. I believe I read it was Texas Tech's first win over a ranked team in the regular season since 1989. Not the look that you want to have. And they've had some good quarterbacks run through Texas Tech. Let's not get it twisted. Maybe it's not.
That might be non-conference.
Might be non-conference. That would make way more sense.
I'm sure they've won accidentally a couple Big 12 games.
I would hope so. In any case, Texas Tech 33, Houston 30 in double overtime. Houston drops to 1-1. They're going to drop out of the top 25 with that loss.
They're not very good.
Clayton Tune 20 of 39, 266 yards. 266 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I know we've had our disagreements over who should be starting for this team for Cincinnati, but looking around the conference, I don't know that you can tell me.
Name a better quarterback than Ben Bryant in this conference.
Maybe Tanner Mordecai.
Maybe they've been pretty good so far.
I think I'd put his name up there. I don't think I'm ready to put Michael Pratt up there. I'm certainly not ready to put Davis Brin up there.
Nope.
So, other than that, I think Tanner Mordecai would probably be the guy that I would, if I had to pick somebody.
That's fair. I think that's fair. He's and again with SMU, we don't know.
Or Holt Nailers, depending on what Holt Nailers shows up.
Nah,
he's been grooming for this to be the best quarterback for 28 years.
Right, and he still hasn't been the best quarterback.
He had a decent week, as we talked about.
He's not bad.
He's
not great.
ECU did win 39 to Old Dominion's 21. Holt Nailers finished 25 of 39, 270 yards, 2 touchdowns.
The good news is ECU's not losing like that. Well, NC State, but they're not losing those like, what the hell was that games?
Okay.
They've lost games like Old Dominion before, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Sophomore Keaton Mitchell ended up with 18 carries, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns for ECU. Tulane blew out Alcorn State as they should have, 52-0. They move up to 2-0 in their young season. Junior Michael Pratt, 17-21, 318 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's a very good performance for Michael Pratt, but it's against Alcorn State, so
did Steve McNair play?
You did what you should have done. That's a big name. He's not alive, actually. Senior Shea Wyatt had 5 receptions, 130 yards, and a touchdown. SMU moves up to 2-0 against Lamar, 45-16. Tanner Mordecai, 18-31.
Just a guy named, like they just played a guy named Lamar?
They made yes. Tanner Mordecai, 18-31. Again, that's not, I mean.
I'm just going to see how distracted I can be doing this show
fine.
Every Sunday night. Like
18-31, though, not great. 212 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick.
There was only one guy on the other team.
Should have done better, Tanner. Should have done better. Rashi Rice.
Or even better. Or is it that you can only recruit guys named Lamar?
Rashi Rice also had a good game. Again.
God damn it! I'm asking a serious question here.
Yeah, it's seriously just skipped right past it. Senior Rashi Rice though finishes with 9 catches, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns. He hit himself. I think it's the second 100-yard game in a row. So
wouldn't that be more fun if you could only recruit guys named Lamar?
He's having a great burst to begin the season. South Florida, they got themselves a win. 42
at quarterback, Lamar Johnson. At running back, Lamar Stevens.
We're not even on that
wide
game
receiver,
anymore.
Lamar Thomas.
42-20 against
left
Howard.
Tackle, Lamar Jones
against Howard. 27 carries, 205 yards at a clip of 7.6 yards per carry was South Florida's offense. They finished with 6 rushing touchdowns. That might be their best game all season.
What? I was thinking of Lamar's.
Yeah. Again, we've already moved on from that game. But South Florida, not good. So again, that might be their best game against Howard.
You can only recruit guys with the last name of Howard.
Tulsa
beat I like that too.
Northern Illinois 38-35.
You're not going to find anybody named Northern Illinois.
You're not. 38-35. Tulsa moves up to 1-1. Senior Davis Brin, 19-32, 322 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. And senior Keelan Stokes, another one who had another 100-yard game for the second game in a row, 8 receptions, 135 yards, and a touchdown. And, of course, Cincinnati beat the brakes off Kennesaw State, 63-10.
What if your name was Lamar Howard?
That's your conference.
Like, you would have a really difficult decision on which place to go. That's the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya.